Hello everyone, I'm Havoc and this is Factorio Space Exploration Plus. We are back at it again today, and circuits are a problem. Circuits are a real serious problem. We've got a glorious green circuit build and we're not making use of it at all. It's just not happening. I was going to wait, get the productivity and speed module 4s going. To get productivity module 4s, I've got to get to another planet, one that has iridium on it. To get the productivity modules 4, I have to get the machine learning data set up in space, and that whole process requires more circuits. So today's project, let's swap out of that. There we go. Okay, yeah, much faster now. We are going to head over to the circuits, and we've got to start our loading side. So right now we're just sitting here. Like I said, we're going to train out some of these greens, maybe like one train, so 4 blue belts worth, and then the other, 12 is it? Yes, the other 12 will be to make reds, and then to further make blues after that. But we've got to get some loading action going on. And what I'm thinking here is if I snag a little something along the lines of this. The only issue here is let's get rid of those just in case they don't line up just so. That gives me a blueprint that I can travel out here and plop down. Now, I did notice we've got a bunch of oil right over here. In fact, we have got a ton of oil right in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patches ranging from 20,000, 18,000, 19,000, 25,000, 21,000. There's an absolute ton of oil here. There's another one. This kind of seems like the best place to set up mass oil production. So I don't want to go too far this way. But the beauty of this whole setup is that, as you see right here, it forks back to the right really hard the moment I come up. So I could say come up right here, and then it will fork back to the right and should circumvent that. But I could also potentially do here as well, and that should miss the oil, maybe. Questions. So I guess we can put the bots to work and see what happens here. So what's going on with this? We are out of alignment very seriously with one of these. How interesting. Why is that one barely placed out of alignment? Or maybe the one I took the blueprint from is barely placed out of alignment. Hey, who knows? We're going to pick these up real fast. What did I do with my blueprint? My goofy looking blueprint. Here we go. Yeah, I think we're just going to drop it, and if you look inside the rails, the big power poles line up all there. So somehow I got this out of alignment, and that's okay. We're just going to let it slide like that. So now we have the base point here. I can make sure that we're going to miss with all of this here by coming up to right about here. I don't want to get any of those belts in, and then we will take that out. And essentially I'm just taking, I've already made a really nice setup here. We're just going to take it and copy it and paste it right over to here. Get rid of the rocks and everything. And perfect, and that'll be right out of the way of the oil. Are we going to have enough room here? I think we should be fine, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all these greens and go up north direction, because I think, like I said, I'm going to try and put red production somewhere in this area and then blues a little bit further up. Maybe I can tuck the blue production right into this corner and really make use of the space that I have here as best as I can. I think that's what we're going to do here. The biters are absolutely getting very unhappy with me. And I have really pushed the envelope off to the right. Every one of these little spots here that's pollution is what happens right after the ion cannon fires, because it burns all the trees down in the area, and I think it creates a little bit of pollution when it lands. So you can see we are definitely pushing back the biters. But see, the thing is, this pollution is not continuously recreating itself. It will dissolve and go away. So our pollution cloud itself slows down drastically the further out it gets. And we're actually to the point where there might be a biter nest here and there. There definitely are right here, because you can see it's going away as quickly as it blinks back in. That means there's nests there absorbing the pollution. But out here, it's not really happening. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is continue to drop down these little outposts all the way around of the radars and solar panels in order to absolutely eradicate any kind of presence of biters within my pollution cloud and realm of influence, I guess you could say. So here's going to be the interesting thing. These belts, are these belts going to be what I need from them? I guess if they're not later, I can always redesign it by having the bots rip it all up. Because, well, I know they're not. In fact, actually, let's put that one down. And I know 100% these are all taking out of the train, for one thing. I don't want anything being taken out of the train. I want to load into the trains. And let's see here. I'm going to want to take out essentially everything belt-wise. We can leave the chest because I'll just turn around the inserters. This is going to get rid of all the inserters that load fuel, though. You know, I'll just plop them back in after the fact. So now what I need to do is land so I can properly place this. And that gives me plenty of trains to load up. That may actually be too, it's definitely going to be too many. Just thinking about this here, we're going to have, oh, let's get rid of the pollution overlay. I don't need that. We're going to have probably one train worth of greens. You need greens for a lot of things, but then you also need lots of greens for reds and blues. So I'll just do the one to begin with because I need to get this stuff moving and grooving sooner rather than later. So we are just going to go ahead and plop these in, and then I can actually use this to further take care of it. And actually, no, you know what? I've got an even better thing. Why would I even do that when I can simply use the warehouses and these mini loaders? I've spent entirely too many hours playing vanilla Factorio. At this point, I am very, very ingrained in vanilla things, and it takes me a little bit of time to really appreciate and make use of the wonderful mods that we have access to. I mean, I added them to the game for a reason, right? Might as well make use of them. And that's going to require some power in interesting ways. So, yeah. What I'm going to want to do is not have my power lines being all crazy. I guess I should have looked at that first. I want them to be somewhat like so. I mean, well, let's look at this. This gives us coverage greatly. So Trying to get the spacing trying to get the spacing down just right. Let's go ahead and place that again. Warehouses? Somewhere? Right there? There they are. Yes, so the power, it needs to overlap. Let's go ahead, and I guess I could have kept them here. Let's see, do we have, alright, so that's the only issue here, is these, where they're placed. I could always do this. Trying to think of how this is going to look aesthetically. Have them all come in. That one's going to have to branch off like so. Because I can't fit it in any other way, and that's okay. Now, I don't have power. I can fix that. Drop a few of these big power poles. Just split the difference. Maybe here, here, and there. Oh, that's terrible. I'm gonna have to fix that. Hold on. That will bother me to no end. That's somewhat better, and maybe we'll reroute the power somewhere else to be realistic, because that still looks awful to me. Let's get this coming in. Of course, I place it down wrong. Now I can copy this down below here, and we'll have the first train, because I'm not going to have enough room to load all of these on this side unless I immediately turn these up and take them out, and then even then it's still not necessarily a guaranteed thing. So what do we need to do here? We need to grab sort of along the lines of that, and drop it right there. No, that's not going to be right. It's going to be very messy. I've got to fix that. And none of this is required. There we go. That should work a little bit better. That'll get our power and belts for this first train down here set. And then all I've got to do is run some greens down here. Now, ideally I would like to balance these. I think I'm going to balance them directly prior to them being used. Right here. Used directly prior to them going under the train. There we go. So I think what we're going to do is leave just 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the fifth one, we will set it up like so to get our 4 belts of green circuits. This is a beautiful sight right here. Getting nothing but good feelings from all of this. And then I can put the train down, and we just need to set up somewhere to unload all of these greens. So let's make this thing really pretty, and we're gonna say what? Green circuits. And this is pickup 1. Hey, we've already got fuel here. Perfect. Let's get our beautiful green color here for our green circuits. And then we need to figure out where is this train going to go. So we need the green circuits to get these red circuits. Yeah, we are kind of petering out right down through here. What I could do is simply stop the green circuits Man, I don't have a really good spot. I'm just going to have to do some more rigging per se. I could actually set this up to be where this green circuit, I could change that to unloading. Let's look at that real fast. While they're still bringing what we need to finish that, we can see where we're going to unload it. Oh man. Because the thing is, if I stop the usage of those green circuits further down the line, so if I come in and just stop right here, that will divert all the green circuits that it can down here. And in fact, what I can do to make that even better is simply do that. Now these two lines, there's a little bit going up here to make some stuff in the mall, but really the primary use from now on is going to be to produce nothing but reds, because we were choking out. It was barely even running some of these machines down here. Now we should be getting enough. I'll have to keep an eye on it. It may take it a minute, but we should be getting enough to run this fully, which will mean more reds, but we've completely choked out all of the greens down the line, and we're going to have to fix that. And I'm looking at probably just going right around here. This is going to be interesting. So underground that some more so that we can underground right over here. Now this is only going to use 2 belts. So I think what we should probably do is come in somewhere else and divert the rest of them, which I'm going to say is going to happen right about right here. We're going to change this and sneak in some 2 of the blue belts right up under here. Now we just got to figure out. So that's real easy. This one is going to end up becoming, oh, I've butchered these belts over here. This one is just going to come right in from where we were taking these greens, right here. It's going to be sending greens right over here. This is nice because I've really been overusing my small production of greens. The poor things. 2 belts go that way. The other belts will go down and around, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And they're just gonna run right up beside this. And that will get us this setup. And then I just have to change that to receiving the train, which is perfect. And then all of a sudden we're going to have green circuits coming out of our nose over here. Which is a great problem to have. Because I'm just placing belts right now rather than waiting on the bots. It's hilarious to watch them chase me to resupply my logistics demands. There we go. Another thing I'm going to need to do is balance this so that the train unloads evenly. And I should probably do that somewhere right around in here. And I have a bunch of robots in my inventory because I'm just holding down right click. Oh, only 3. It's not too bad. Not too bad in the slightest. Now, perfect. We just need to change this around. Also, I don't know if I need a full warehouse. I guess if I just reduce the amount. Oh, so it is already reduced. Okay, perfect. I didn't remember doing that. The train cannot be rotated. Yes, I get it. I'm trying to rotate these little buzzards, the inserters. With them rotated, all I gotta do is pick this train up. You know, actually, let's just get it out of the way. Here I am arguing with it about not being able to flip the train. Oh no, over clicking. Perfect. So we just need to do this to unloading. Change it to full green and get our train moving. I'm only gonna have 1, and that's on purpose because I don't have a stacker over there at the temporary unloading. So here we're going to wait till we have full cargo. Here we're going to wait at temp unloading until empty. Make it so. And that will bring us some green circuits in, which is perfect. I love it. So we've got this running, and this is actually still filling up, which is good. As those fill up, this is going to turn on, make more greens, and get it pumping. Hold up here. Why did it show back up that fast? Something about that seems wrong. It didn't make it here. Where are you going, train? Oh, probably because it looped back around to go to here and then to this one. Silly me. Oh yes. Look at the flow. I love it. Alright. that fixes a whole lot of problems. A whole lot of problems. Our red production over here is now up and running really good. Yeah, we're making it all the way down, right? Does it sometimes make it to this poor last machine? Patiently waiting? I don't think it is. We're not quite making it. That's okay. We're really close. We just have 2 machines that are sitting idle right now. The rest of them are running. And you get close to a red belt's out. Not really. I mean, I think we're getting like 75% of a blue belt's worth of red circuits out of here, which is better than it was doing before. It was choking, doing maybe half of this production. Now, though, we are actually utilizing our greens from over there, and I think that means that I can set a train up to go over there, pick up greens, and then come back here, because I do have a stacker for that. The only thing I don't have a stacker for is right there, unloading. And that's right, I just ripped up the train that would go here. And I definitely still will need green circuits in space. Let's change this to full green. I need to change some of these colors around. It helps me tremendously. So what I want you to do is go to green circuit pickup 1 until you are full, and then go to green circuits space drop off until you're empty. Go pick it up. Wonderful. That means that we are now supplying our green circuits to space from our very robust green circuit build, module circuit build over here. And we can also supply green circuits to the line, the majority of the line, from there as well. So looks like that's going to really help out production on a lot of different chains, especially our blues. Our poor blues, they were struggling for green circuits as well. We still are. I think I'm going to have to dedicate some lines over here. Well, let's put off on that. There's no reason to do that when we're going to be moving the blue circuit builds over here after we get red circuits processed. So what we need to look at is, what are we going to do? We're utilizing those. We need to get production in space for the things required to get productivity module 4s. It's really just machine learning data. And that's also what I need here, and then speed module 3s. But like y'all said in the comments, I can actually make these modules in space. Okay, well, I need to put batteries into space, which realistically I'm probably going to need batteries in other items. So it's probably not a bad idea to just ship a bunch of batteries up, and then I don't have to worry about shipping up speed module 3s, production 3s, efficiencies for whatever I may need those for. I can just send the ingredients to space, produce whatever modules I need locally in orbit, and then utilize them where I need them. Which sounds good to me. But that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like button. If you're enjoying my content on the regular and you are not already subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate that. And I will see you all next time.